is self-love and spiritual warfare. So I already talk about this a lot on my channel, the general topic, but a general topic can have many specific elements to it. So we can see the general topic as the tree in general, or the branch of the tree, and then the elements within that topic are the stems and the leaves and the roots. So yeah, I had something happen to me today that I knew was demonic attack. I knew it was spiritual warfare. And someone came to me, a spirit came to me and said, "It's not about you." And I said, "You're absolutely incorrect." That's another thing too, like a lot of people are afraid to tell spirits that they're wrong, or afraid to like debate with spirits, or assume that just because spirits come to them, those spirits are automatically right. Sometimes Madalas do say incorrect things to you, and they'll wait and they'll see if you're gonna correct it. So it'll be like a little test, and I think that that's what my Madalas were doing in this situation. And they were like, "It's not about you, Ayuwazi, it's not about you." And I was like, "You're absolutely incorrect." And I was like, "It 100% is about me." And it 100% is about me because these blockages wouldn't be happening if it wasn't in the name of me pursuing something that's divine. So every time I take on a pursuit of something divine, something in my best and most divine, highest interest, something God wants me to do, something my higher self wants me to do, something my Madalas, my bloodline, my future divine seeds would want and need me to do, I get a blockage behind that. And the way that demonic attack currently manifests in my life is that the blockages are meant to, it's not even that they're meant to, it's like they can only frustrate me or, put me in fear in the moment if I allow them to. And I talk about the if in my demonic endorsement video, the video that I have titled "Wait, Demons Need a Signature from You First," or something like that. That's if I allow them to. If I say to myself, this is all a humiliation ritual, this is all an attempt to vamper, I'm gonna use this word, I'm gonna make up this word for the sake of being able to hit my point, but it's probably not a real word. But if certain things are only happening to vampirize my energy, to get a reaction out of me, to make me magnify things or make me become emotionally unstable. And if I just stop and wait for a moment and become aware and say, this is what is happening, and I don't have to write off on that, I don't have to give a signature to what demons are trying to accomplish on my behalf. I can just look the other way. I can look in a different perspective, and I can retain and withhold my energy by not continuing to engage in things that are going to give them the signature that they want, that are going to overstimulate me, that are going to overwhelm me, that are going to make me overextend myself, even mentally, not just physically. But the way that demonic attack is currently manifesting in my life is actually in a beautiful and divine way, because it manifests in a way to where they shit on their own selves. What I mean by that is like they'll do some weird shit like trying to humiliate me or trying to frustrate me. And, you know, I've become a very emotionally strong. Let me give myself more credit in that. Very emotionally strong, very emotionally stable person over the years throughout my adulthood. And I'm very proud of who I have become. My inner child is very proud of who I have become. And I am very strong, but there are days where things can get through to me. They can irritate me that easily. Or sometimes it's not a matter of ease, it's a matter of I've like held my tongue. I've, took my deep breaths, took time away, meditated, prayed for umpteenth amount of times throughout today, and shit is still happening. So now, a reaction or even an episode is warranted. And in us giving ourselves that permission to throw a fit, to have a bit of a tantrum, to get upset, we feel more comfortable in our emotional expression, and we thereby become more emotionally stable, because a lot of times people are emotionally unstable because they're really afraid to be angry. They're really afraid to outright say, I'm afraid of this, I'm angry about this, I'm sad about this. So it bubbles up and boils into bitterness, and that bitterness, it's not really something, although it's something that has piled up, it's not really something that has hardened or solidified. So things happen in that person, in that, emotionally unintelligent person's life, and it'll be like the smallest things that irritate them or that set them off because of how much they've absorbed that. It's just like with your body. Like, the more you eat bullshit food, the more you become that, the more your body becomes, flooded with those toxins. So it starts to show in your face. People can smell it in your breath. You can smell it in your ass, Like, that's the point I'm getting at. So, like, that's your spiritual body when it comes to not emotionally expressing things. So yes, do allow yourself as an adult, no matter how old of an adult you are, to have a tantrum sometimes, like by yourself. Like, don't lash out on people that don't deserve it, as much as you can help it. Don't, we all slip up, so giving grace. But if you have to just spend time alone in your room or wherever and just like get angry, curse, throw a fit, like, give yourself that permission. And what was I gonna say? But yeah, sometimes the attacks get through to me, and they do bother me. And demons, they do get that little drop, that little ounce of upsetness or frustration or drainedness. I know those are not real words that they wanted from me. Upsetness and drainedness. But they get that they want it from me. But why I don't let it bother me, or why I don't feel undefeated? I don't feel undefeated and I don't feel bothered by them getting that, because they're going to continue to come back for more of that. They're not like me. They're not a being like me who is stable on her own, who can hold her own, who doesn't need to ghost step people or, profit off of somebody else's stability or lack thereof to feel stable or fulfilled within themselves. They're not like that. So with them, for the simple fact that they have to keep coming back for more and more and more, it lets me know that I've already gotten victory over the demonic attack, because you've come back for more and more and more. And if I'm still going, and if it's still not enough for you, that means I'm still ascending and evolving and progressing as a being, and I'm being as, agile and efficient in my evolution as I should be. So, sorry for being out of breath. But it doesn't matter because I'm dropping gems. So like, even if you get a little or a little like extra breath, like the way I feel is like my channel is for the people that it's meant for. And like all that little extra shit that other people edit out, it's not gonna matter when the right people come to my channel or hear me and see me for the divine being that I am, because like it's the gems that speak louder than all that extra shit that nobody should really give a fuck about, because it's not interrupting the quality of the message itself at all. So yeah, that's a message about my channel that I'm glad I said. And that's another thing about myself too. I ramble and I talk a lot, but I'm a progressive talker. I'm not a bullshit talker. Like, I don't just talk around in circles about a whole bunch of nothing. Like, it can be kind of back and forth at times, but it's still progressive and it's still logical and it's still on point. And it's even divinely channeled a lot of the time. So, but what I was gonna say is that the way demonic attack manifests in my life currently is that demons shit on themselves because they know that they're putting certain very temporary blockages in my life, right? And they know that those blockages are destined to be broken. Like, it's no way they're going to be able to block them for life. And not even for a day. And what I mean by a day is like, today I was trying to get some things situated with my phone and my phone number. And they were having me go through all these blockages. And the reason why my phone is so important for my phone to be turned on is because of work and my business and things of that nature. So it was very important for me to get this situated because I've held it off for a while, and I just kept getting blockage after blockage after blockage. But at the end of the day, like, everything worked out. And that's been like a pattern that's been going on for a while, like ever since I've been trying to get someone's black magic off of me, trying to like ascend my spirit up into where it's meant to be, trying to purify myself. They will do stuff like this and I don't even get mad about it. I'm not even pressed about it anymore, because the fact that you weren't able to block divine reprieve and divine victory and divine justice in the way that you want it to shows a lot. And the fact that this is happening over the course of a day or days, like the fact that I'm having these very quick divine turnarounds lets me know, like, you're weak and you know that you're weak. I was destined to, have success in what I was pursuing. And you knew that when you put those blockages there. You knew that when you attacked me. You knew that it was going to work out for me no matter what. But you still wanted to do it to make me feel like you had the utmost power in that moment. Frustrate me in that moment. But at the end of the day, literally, shit worked out. So like, and I didn't have to wait a long ass time. So I feel comforted by this because it just shows me how much divine beings, Madala's most divine, high vibrational, loving, ascended ancestors and spirit guides is what that stands for. It's 1111. It shows me how much they have the upper hand, like, and how much higher in ascendancy I've gotten to them, because I've gotten so high in ascendancy to my Madalas that I don't have to, wait years or months or even weeks for certain doors to open. Like, things are just turning around very fast for me because of how vibrationally adjacent I am to them now, and how vibrationally adjacent I'm becoming. And this is a message that God gave me before I moved. I want to say probably 6 months ago now, 5 or 6 months ago. Was it that long? It's been a while since I moved, but God gave me this message, and God was like, it's not gonna take long for doors to open for you now. And this was a move. I want to be clear and say, like, this was a move that I had to make on my own. Like, I had to tell myself, like, is this something I had to be strong enough within my own clear cognizance, be trusting enough of my own gifts to, make the decision to make this move. It was really like a test of autonomy and independence for me. And I decided, I think this is something I wanted to do. Granted, like, the events and the situations that were happening at the place that I was staying at, like, all of those things, were oriented in a way that was kind of like pushing me out of that environment. Like, the house that I was staying at, like, it was pushing me out. Like, the neighborhood, the things that were going on in that house, it was literally pushing me out of itself. Like, hey, your vibration is too high for this environment. And it got to the point where it was very uncomfortable to continue to stay there. But there was still enough comfort for me to procrastinate on making that move on behalf of my destiny, and I'm glad that I didn't. So the fact that I was courageous enough to do something like that, and it be divine. And then right after I did that, God gave me that message, like, I'm proud of you, for one, very proud of you. And now doors aren't going to take so long to open for you. It's just very relieving. And it's very much one of my, it's like a trophy that I have, like a spiritual, mental, unseen trophy that I have for myself. Like, look at what you did that was meant to be, and look at how you got blessed for it. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video to say these things. And another quick but important point I forgot to touch on with mentioning the demonic attack, like the temporary, energy siphoning from demons. The temporary demonic attack is like, it is about you. It is about you. And sometimes things aren't about you when it comes to blockages. When it comes to, I would say, things are more in your control than you realize. So I won't say that it's not about you. My medullars are saying it is about you. But it can be, yes, I agree. Like, it is about you, but it's about you in a different way, right? Sometimes it's about you in the sense that, okay, like, you need to take accountability for this. You need to do shadow work on this. You need to ask yourself, like, what are you doing wrong? What are you doing to cause yourself this type of karma and this type of trouble? Other times it's about you in the sense that it's literally just your light alone, and you being meant for better than the environments and people that you're around, than the things that you're engaging in. Like, say if you try to go to YouTube, and every time you go to YouTube, it's certain things up there that are very demonic, that are very much like vibrational triggers. Like, my vibration is too high to feel comfortable constantly exposing myself to this. Say you're going to Instagram, and every time you go to Instagram, no matter what you do to change your feed in the algorithm, you keep seeing stuff about killing and shooting. And, it could be about you in the sense that, hey, you have spiritual gifts. You're meant to channel into these killings and why it's happening on a universal level, on a spiritual level, and give a message about it. And sometimes it's about you in a sense like, hey, you're not meant to be in this realm. You're not meant to be in this field. Like, you're not meant to keep exposing yourself and your vibration to this, because even if you're not engaging, it's siphoning your energy in a way. So, it could be about you in the sense of like, this is where you're headed karmically if you don't, do the internal and external needed work. So it's different about you. And with today, my about you was, ooh, girl, your vibration is dangerously high. My Medellas told me that this morning. They said, you are dangerous. My Medella said to me before I woke up and got ready for my day this morning, they said, you are dangerous. And I said, you damn right I am. And I said, no, I was like, it reminded me of something I saw on YouTube, and it was like, you're a threat to society, but it's like in a good way, but not a good way. Like, it's a good way because it's a divine way, but it's a bad way because it threatens the platforms that demons thrive off of. And it was like, you're a threat to society. And I was like, yeah, this is definitely about me. And my Medellas were like, you are dangerous. I was like, yes, I am. And I said it with so much like confidence and vigor because I am. And it's something, I know the type of dangerous I am, I know the type of threat that I am, and I would so much rather be that kind of threat than to be amicable, with people and places and spaces that I'm not meant to be amicable with. So, yeah, but this type of about me had to do with my vibration. Had to do with, you're trying to climb the ladder. Oh, demons are like, oh shit, come on y'all, she trying to climb the divine ladder again. She ascending again. She pursuing her divine dreams again. It's time for us to come out. It's time for us to give her these pseudo blockages, because what they really are, they're pseudo blockages. They're not even real blockages. And that's what I should have said in the beginning of the video. These are not real blockages. A real blockage is more permanent than this. This is, this shit passes over in a day. Like, I called the phone company, looked like I wasn't going to be able to get the information I needed. By the end of the night, I got the information I needed. I'm going home and I'm resting. Like, they will confuse you to make you think something's not going to work out. And then it works out just when you get irritated. Like, the moment you get irritated, you get a call back, like you got the information you needed, or you got the job, or whatever. Like, the moment you either get irritated or the moment that you detach or focus on something else is when they try to bring it back to your attention. Like, hey, it's actually working out for you now. Like, shit like that is not coincidence. It's demons orienting blockages around the things that you're trying to divinely pursue to make you think that they have control of how the narrative plays out. And they quite simply don't. Like, they knew before they put those pseudo blockages there that you was going to be able to get through that you were going to be able to overcome that you were going to be able to gain success and victory in that, whatever that is that you're pursuing. So, yeah, that's pretty much all that I wanted to say. I'm very proud of this video and myself for how I've grown and just how I'm able to be the mother and father I've always wanted to myself, and from a genuine place. Like, someone was talking to me the other day. Actually, fuck it, I'll just say the person. Like, it's the person that I've done videos on that has spiritually abused me. She was like, your inner child wouldn't be proud of you, like, you don't have any fruits. Like, she kept saying all this bullshit, like all this nonsense. And another thing too is, like, I hate when people think, like, because I briefly talked about them, that my video or my conversation is about them. Like, please don't magnify your importance, please. If you're watching this, please. But, like, yeah, like, I just listened to her, and I didn't even get mad at the shit. I swear to God, like, I didn't get mad at the shit, because I was just like, that is just not true. Like, my inner child is so proud of me, from the way that I love my body and myself, like my physical container, through my artwork, from the way that I've, expanded upon my divine gifts, like my earthly gifts and my spiritual gifts, from the way that I use my knowledge and my light to protect myself, from the way that I take care of myself, from the way that my outlook on the world, from the way that I choose to navigate divine love, and the way that I choose love, period. Like, so that and so much more. My inner child is so proud of me. So proud. Like, I'm so proud and so in love with myself. I'm so in love with who I am. Like, the little girl me would not even believe that this is me. Like, there are things that I told myself as a child that I would never be able to achieve and succeed in. And every time I create, every time I paint a painting, every time I make something that I'm proud of, every time I look in the mirror at myself and see my beauty, every time I listen to myself and feel the divinity coming out of my throat chakra and hear the words that I'm saying, I am so proud of Ayuazi, aka Jonice. Like, I'm so proud of who I am. So I wasn't even mad. Like, I literally was just like, wow, she really believes this about me. Like, she has no clue who I really am. But yeah, like, that's all that I wanted to say. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If so, please be sure to share, comment, like if you like, and subscribe. And if you're wondering why I'm whispering, it's because I do my videos late as fuck, and people be asleep and I'll be trying to wake up people. So yeah, but peace.